Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. Do a quick product review. I just got done putting together the network rack for the house. While I'm waiting on the drywallers to finish, I need things to do. So I figured putting this thing together would be good. Not ready to install it just yet, but might as well throw it together and make sure it all works. So this is, as you can see, a full height 42U network rack. And this is the cheapest one I could find on Amazon that would fit my space. I think I gave about 220 bucks or so for it. So not, I mean, you know, not cheap, but for a full height all steel rack, it's not bad. And I'll put a link in the video description to that on Amazon if you want to check it out. First impressions, I am impressed. I like it. It's well built. It's all steel. Went together nicely, just with a bunch of 10 millimeter nuts and bolts. Cool thing about this one is it's adjustable. So kind of the minimum here is 24 inches, and I think it'll go out to 36 inches deep. I've got it set to the minimum because that's all the space I have, especially with those feet there sticking out. And then it's got holes there where you can anchor it into the concrete or your subfloor of whatever you choose. And then yeah, rack mount holes front and back. I mean, nothing too fancy, but it's going to work really well for the network for the house. So that is really about it. Oh, a couple tips on this kind of a thing. One, for this particular rack, it came with all the assembly hardware, and it came with a bunch of just rack, rack screws and rack nuts. So that's nice. But they didn't give me any extra assembly hardware, and I broke one of the bolts. I used my Milwaukee M12 Impact for this with a 10 millimeter nut driver and just a combination wrench. And first off, setting number 3 is too much. It'll snap bolts. So setting number 2 is where you want to be. And I would say torque spec on those bolts is probably 3 Ugga-Duggas. That will get them tight without breaking them. So I had to improvise. Really, like you can see here, for setting the depth adjustment, you've got 2 bolts there that lock it in place. And so I was one short, so I just put one in the middle, called it good. There are three of those adjustment plates, right, to keep the rack square. So it's plenty strong, it's plenty rigid, especially for what I'm going to do. I'm not going to hang some massive heavy server or anything in this. So it'll be just fine. So that's all I got. Just wanted to show you the rack, show it completed, and hopefully we'll get to populate it pretty soon with some really cool Ubiquity gear. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.